Welcome to the Melanated World Network. Produced by DM3 Entertainment. Letting you know that melanin is sexy. And learn to love melanin masculinity. And letting the ladies know that virtuous femininity is your superpower. And encouraging men to be on their purpose. And the ultimate goal is a melanated nuclear family by any means necessary. So sit back and enjoy yourself, and you might learn something. What's up, world? I'm back with another one. And this time we're going to get into this whole politics stuff. We all know the 2024 election is coming up. And a lot of us have already been brainwashed with the okey doke and the foolishness of Republicans bad, Democrats good. So what I'm going to do right now is go into some videos that I've saw on TikTok and explain to you about the whole thing of stop being brainwashed and get your brain up and start understanding that in order to be successful, you must take your destiny in your own hands and stop telling or letting people tell you what you should vote for, who you should vote for, because every individual has their own separate mind. Every individual has their own type of goals to achieve. So you need to start waking up and paying attention to what's really going on out here, because if you don't and you just keep on doing what the Democrats want you to do and what the woke people want you to do, you're going to end up in a box that you don't want to be in. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I'll give my reaction and you check it out, listen to it, and see what the Democrats are really talking about. Because I'll say this before the video starts: you'd rather have a racist in your face and you know who they are than to have a racist who lives next door to you and swears he's your best friend. So let's go.
I'm starting to realize that Joe Biden lied and tricked people of color into voting for him.
Honestly, it's not just you. I think it's any black person that's voted Democrat over the last 50 years. The only true party switch was actually black people from the Republican Party to the Democrat Party, and that is because of Lyndon B. Johnson. This man right here convinced Martin Luther King to vote Democrat, which then convinced a lot of black people to vote Democrat with what he called the N-word bill. And he's famous for saying, I'll have those ears voting Democrat for the next 200 years. So they've been tricking us for a long time.
As a young man was saying, they've been tricking us for a long time. Like I said, before Martin Luther King and this whole movement that we had of nonviolence, we were dealing with the Republicans, and up to this day, we still messing with the Democrats thinking that they're going to give us something. So with my video, I'm going to go into, before I go into the rest of the videos, I'm going to go into the history and let y'all understand that your forefathers, your black people before you and before Martin Luther King was a part of the Republican Party. And because of that, and because people don't understand and people just listen and be blinded to the fact that they keep saying Republicans are racist, Republicans are racist. They keep saying things like that. You people don't do your research and y'all just follow along. And you even have the president that's standing here right now, that's in office, even still has the gall to say this. Do y'all remember this clip? Let's check it out.
A long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
The comment may have been directed just at Charlemagne, but it plays into the false notion that Democrats own the black vote and don't have to earn the black vote. Furthermore, a privileged white man does not get to dictate what is and isn't black. And unfortunately for Joe, Twitter is on a tirade, calling him entitled, an idiot, and wondering if he truly is the lesser of two evils. But what do you think? Is Biden the better choice over Trump? Let us know in the comment section below.
Like the young lady said in the video, they swear that they own us. They swear they own the black community. And she also said, what's your thoughts? And my thoughts is, I'm not going to put it in the comments. I'm going to say it to you right here and right now. If you feel or if you know that you need to do something, and doing something is not blindly following the Democrats and going for that vote every time and never getting anything, it is time to shake up it's time to shake the table. Like K. Michelle says, shake the table. You know, this is what we must do. Shaking the table, you must now start to say, what can the Republicans do for me? What can they do? And even if they couldn't do too much for you, at least you show the Democrats that, hey, I'm tired of just giving you my vote and not getting nothing for it. I'm going to make a point known that, hey, if you want mine, you better do something for me. Because if you don't, then you're not getting my vote no more. And this is what 2024 should be about. And just to let you know and give you another proof that you should stop messing with the Democrats, and especially the liberal Democrats, my man Malcolm X told you a long time ago to watch those liberals. And check out this clip.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox, and a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to, but the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling, and you take him for a friend.
Hopefully you heard Malcolm X correctly. The fox is just as dangerous as the wolf, and maybe even more so, because you are comfortable with the fox, thinking that the fox is the less of the evil. But in actuality, they are the most evil, because it's easy for a con artist to get inside your house, in your mind, and in the places you live and feel you're comfortable, and destroy yourself within. And that's what's been going on for the last couple decades that we've been dealing with the Democratic Party. But for a lot of you, I don't think y'all understand that the Democratic Party is not our party. Originally, our party was the Republicans, and that's why in the beginning of this video I say take back your party, take back the Democratic Party, meaning get involved with a group that's going to have your best interests at heart, having to do it. If you are a conservative individual, if you are a person who is a Christian, a Muslim, a person of faith that believes of a higher being and believes in the rules of the higher being and what he says is correct. And if you understand that, then you will have no problems with aligning yourself with the Republican Party. And if you feel that they're racist, you need to get involved and you need to change things within, because you can never change something if you're not involved in it. But like I said, looking at these two clips here that you see that the first Republicans, or the first people of color who was involved inside of any type of politics, were people of color, and they were Republicans. And then also you see in the other clip, it explains all of the things that the Republicans have done for the people of color. And you guys have been bamboozled and hoodwinked. Malcolm, tell them. That's right. This is what has been done to you. But you want to keep following these people. Well, one of the people that you feel is a coon, Uncle Tom, and y'all don't understand Uncle Tom is actually a good thing, not a bad thing. Read the book, maybe read something, you'll realize that it was Sambo, not Uncle Sam, Uncle Tom, who was the bad one. We have Charleston White about to speak on the fact that the Republicans are the ones who help the people of color more than the Democrats do. The Democrats are the individuals who destroy and mess up your desire to do better for yourself, not getting a handout. But I will say no more, and I will let Charleston speak.
They have everyone, man, black people don't even know that every civil rights legislation in this country was given to us, authored and supported by Republicans and not Democrats, even up into the 90s.
Man, that's deep.
Even up into the 90s. So nah, homie, they say, well, the party switched. No, they didn't. Why do you think one gives you all the government assistance and one don't?
Someone want to keep you reliable.
Because one of them is a slave master taking care of their slaves. Which one is that? The Democratic Party.
What Charleston White said, there's no lies in that. That's facts. You can Google it. You can look it up. You can pick up a book and find out that everything he spoke on is the fact that the Republicans have done more for you than the Democrats have ever done. And if you wake up and you realize, meaning get your brain up, and you'll realize that, just like this young lady in the next clip, she may be a little hood, street, ghetto, whatever you want to say, but even she understands, and she got her brain up to know that there's nothing wrong with dealing with Donald Trump or dealing with the Republican Party. You need, what you don't like, you need to get involved and change. But this is her, and listen to what her testimony is. Let's go.
When he was president and he was doing like amazing ass, making the country run the right way, but it was like a crime to admit that he was running the out of this. I'm done with that because I realized that there's a lot of robot, dumb, blind motherfuckers walking around that don't realize what's going on. Now, I was one of them people too once upon a time. Until I started doing my own research, which stuff I keep telling y'all to do. Trump is not the enemy, bro. Trump is actually on the right side of the fence. You is just so blind, y'all don't see what the is really going on, bro. Like, most of y'all just watch the news, and that's where y'all get all your information from. The news, when he was walking around telling y'all that that's fake news, it is, y'all. It's propaganda to brainwash y'all, bro. I hate that, like, I'm one of these people now because we are the people that sound crazy. Wait till y'all realize that Trump was never the problem. Oh my God. It's just up that by the time y'all wake up, it be too late. Make America great again hat and wear that around, because I want all smoke. I want to smoke with whoever.
She want all the smoke.
What?
Now in this next clip, it's going to show you the fact that the tool they like to use against you is your emotions. They constantly talk about the Republicans, Donald Trump, racist, they're racist, they're racist, don't mess with them. And that's probably what the young lady in the last clip probably used to think. Oh, racist, racist, racist. That's all they like to use. That's their number one tool, to use your fear against you. Instead of doing your own research, finding out that this individual is just another man in America that has his own personal opinions, but his opinions and his way of living has nothing to do with being racist. It's about being, say, a capitalist or opportunist, someone to make money and make things move in America. But if you listen to them, the liberals, the Democrats, and anybody else who has fear and hate for Donald Trump or the Republicans, they will have you thinking like them. And this is the clip from this young lady. Watch it and pay attention.
Are you racist? I just want to ask you.
I am not. I don't have a racist bone in my body.
My dog, what's up?
Today we are here to honor the extraordinary contributions of African Americans to every aspect of American life, history, and culture.
You should have left Trump where he was. America was much better when Trump was in office. Biden came in at the right time because people didn't like who was in charge. They didn't like what he was saying. But the economy was flowing. We had jobs. Pull up at the gas pump right now.
See the difference between when the Republicans were in, Donald Trump was in, and the prices are at a decent price, and now they're outrageous, depending on where you go. And they expect us as Americans to deal with such a thing. But you guys got to realize, not only the racist rhetoric about the Republican Party and Donald Trump is one of their key playbooks, plays in their playbook. Not only that is when they always promising black people something, always saying what they gonna do for us, and how they gonna help. But when it's said and done and they get in office, they forget about us every single time. So people, stop going for the okey doke, stop going for the foolishness, and understand that your vote is important. And what it is with this vote that's important, start using it in another way. If a store don't sell what you want, you stop going to that store. So I say stop giving your vote to Democrats and start giving your vote to the Republicans, and get in there and change things that you don't like. If you feel that they're racist, then get in there and change the racist ways. But in actuality, are not being racist. This is what's being told to you. Like I said, they're using this playbook, using your emotions against you. And as you can see in this next video clip that's about to play, you will see what's happening. And I'm just going to go back to back. I'm going to play the video of the young lady, and then right behind her, I'm going to play Dr. Omar, which they both showing you the playbook that the Democrats use all the time against emotional black people, African Americans, whatever you want to call them. But what I call us is melanated Americans, because we are Americans first, and the fact that we are melanated is what separates us. But we should not be separated. We should understand that this country is ours as well as it is anyone else's. And yes, we get treated bad, but that doesn't stop us from continue to move forward. And this is what we should do. I'm gonna stop talking, and y'all should watch these clips. Let's go.
My problem with Democrats, black or white, whenever you ask them what is your agenda for the African American community, they always dance around it. Right. And you'll even have some of them tell you behind the scenes that, hey, you can't run with that kind of agenda because you'll never win. Why can't you specifically say, hey, this is what I want to do for black people?
Because they cowards. You know, I talked about this in my poem because, you know, I kind of think I'm halfway rapper. But I talked about this in my poem in 2014. When it comes to the national stage, they cowards. They always talking behind the scenes. See, you don't have to like Trump, but you got to respect this gangster. He's running the president of the United States like Death Row Records. He don't give a damn what you like and who like whatever. He's there for his people. If we had somebody that focused on us that way, we would get a whole lot of shit done. When has the government ever shut down for black folks? It was about, and we can say, oh, it's black immigrants and Haitian immigrants and African immigrants, but that's not who they're talking about. They're talking about the southern border, just like last year when the Democrats shut it down over DACA. We have yet to have anybody that has pushed our issue. When you look at Northam, Governor Northam right now, when everybody's so confused about the racism, he refused to have Justin Fairfax's picture on his brochure. So what the hell are we confused about? It was a big story saying he doesn't want to deal with black folks. But now all of a sudden we're confused. He's racist. No, you got caught. Democrats have always let this bullshit slide to say, oh, well, we got to do that. You know, we got to do that in order to get the white vote, including Barack Obama. Oh, well, you know, he can't do that because they're not going to let him do it. Wait till the second term. He really going to come out in the second term. No disrespect to him. I'm proud of him. But he didn't come from where I came from. I came from North Highlands. He came from Hawaii. Two different perspectives, two different lenses. So there's never a black agenda, and we allow it to be so because we allow these bullshit excuses to say, oh, well, they won't let you do it. When 90% of black folks vote Democrat. People say, why do you criticize the Democrats and not criticize Republic? Because I'm sleeping with the Democrat. I'm not sleeping with the Republican. They don't come to my church. They don't ask for my vote. They don't hold no fish fries. They don't pick up the phone and call me. They don't even acknowledge me in the room. But Democrats, guess what they doing? Coming to my church, lying to all the brothers in the hood, homie out there, when they did federal penitentiary time and was told that the 18-1 crack cocaine disparity was going to be fair. Came and slept with me all night long and left me in the wet spot. Worry about your man. Don't worry about what the man doing up the street. Anytime you look at any abusive relationship,
Democrats are very clever because what they do is they manipulate Republican racism against blacks to the benefit of the Democratic Party. So, for example, let's take the George Floyd police bill. Still hasn't been passed.
It hasn't. No.
When the Democrats had a majority in Congress, it still didn't get passed. Nope. When the Democrats were in charge, it still didn't get passed. You know why? They didn't want the George Floyd bill any more than the Republicans. But what they did was they do what? They wait until the Republicans have a majority, then they bring it up for a vote. Okay. So now when it doesn't pass, the Republicans kept the George Floyd bill.
So they at fault, yeah.
But what about when you was in the majority?
Right.
Why didn't it come to the floor when you had a chance to pass it? Because you didn't want it either. So what the Democrats do is they stifle anything that benefits black people while they're in charge. And they wait till the Republicans come out, and then they enter it when they know it's not going to pass. That's how they control us. We are literally under a two-party dictatorship. Black people suffer from the illusion of inclusion. Yeah. And that's what keeps us loyal to the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. Get off of both.
Now that you watch those 2 clips, hopefully you understand that it's a playbook to control your emotions and make you vote crazy. And understand that the Republicans and Donald Trump is not the people that you need to worry about. You need to worry about them slick foxes that are known as liberal Democrats, because they're the ones who's going to get inside your in-house and eat all your chickens, meaning your property, your rights and everything else. They're going to do it to you. And I'm going to let you hear this clip because Trump told you right to Biden's face that he's the one that's the troublemaker. He's the one who's the bad guy. And y'all need to realize that. Get your brain up and check it out.
Number one. Number two, I don't make money from China. You do. I don't make money from Ukraine. You do. I don't make money from Russia. You made $3.5 million, Joe, and your son gave you. They even have a statement that we have to give 10% to the big man. You're the big man, I think. I don't know, maybe you're not, but you're the big man, I think. Your son said we have to give 10% to the big man. Joe, what's that all about? It's terrible.
All right, gentlemen.
And I'll say one more thing before I get out of here. If Trump was so racist, why would Mike Tyson say this? And why did he go visit Mike Tyson if he's such a racist? Listen to Mike, and I'll be right back.
I like Donald Trump. You know, Donald Trump stood up for me when they talked bad about me, and people said, "What do you think about this convicted rapist?" Said he was for you. He responded. He said, he accepted my vouching for it. He accepted that and said, "Mike is my friend," and I respected that.
Watching this in my latest video, it's got your brain fired up to get some knowledge and understand. Don't be getting brainwashed and don't be getting bamboozled. And before I get out of here, I'm gonna hit you with this one clip so that you get a little humor. But while I'm hitting you with a little humor, is still truth being blasted into your mind. And like I said, stop trusting them foxes. Stop trusting them liberals. Stop trusting them Democrats, because all it's gonna do is get you to a point where you're gonna be like, man, what did I do? Give the people who are going to give you the opportunity to pull your own self up with your own bootstraps and make things happen. Because success is not easy, it's hard. And we as melanated people in America, we done had it hard, but that don't mean that we have to stop and be victims. We just work harder. That's what makes us the greatest community in America. Because even though they push stuff on us, we keep on working and we keep on going hard. And so till next time, enjoy this last clip.
Does President Obama like his coffee? Like himself? Weak?
You know, Zach, those are really out-of-date questions.
Let's talk about Trump. When he's elected president and Kid Rock becomes Secretary of State, are you going to move to Canada?
I would stay in the United States.
And what would you try to...
Try to prevent him from destroying the United States.
So you're going to lead the Civil War?
I wouldn't take up arms.
Oh, right, because you were saying before we were rolling that you wanted to take away everyone's guns. Very cool. Cool.
I really regret doing this.
I'd love to meet the person who makes your pantsuits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because for Halloween, I wanted to go as a librarian from outer space. We need to take a break. We just need to have a word from our sponsor.
Washington is broken. The truth is, too many politicians are totally controlled by special interests and lobbyists. We're going to make America great again.
Well, this has been a lot of fun, Mrs. Clinton. We should stay in touch. What's the best way to reach you? Email?
We have reached the end of my video. And like I always say, peace.
The American public is not stupid. They're not going to buy this.
The American public are a bunch of fucking morons. You know it and I know it. They will buy whatever we sell.